In today's video, I'm going to share with you a really simple tip to make sure you never chunk those pitch shots again. Check out this video. Welcome back to the TruGolf Academy. You've joined me, Jon Watts, today at Branston Golf and Country Club. Today's video is all going to be on short game, so I'm facing here a pitch shot of around 40 yards to the flag. I'm out of the semi-rough here. I've got a reasonable lie, but that doesn't really matter with what we're going to be discussing today. We're talking about stopping chunking your pitch shots, so chunking them or fatting them, hitting the ground first is something that I see a lot of golfers struggle with on these in-between shots. They're normally okay on the chip and run, the closer one to the green perhaps, and they like the fuller pitch shots, so those 80, 100, whatever yards. Where they don't tend to like is this range, this sort of 30, 40, 50, 60 yard range where they're in between shots, in between swings. And one of the biggest issues we see with amateur golfers is they tend to swing too far back, know they're going to hit the ball too far for the distance they're going for, and slow down. They tend to decelerate. So too long a backswing, decelerating on the downswing, the club is just going to hit the ground and dig, especially when the conditions are soft and wet like they are now. You know, we're in January, winter time. It's been a very wet time here in the UK, and we are more likely to fat shots catch the ground early, and especially when we're decelerating. So Dave Peltz in his Short Game Bible talks about varying swing lengths in terms of clock face positions. Personally, I prefer actually focusing on body height positions, knee, pocket, hip, chest, etc. But what Dave talks about in his book is he says whatever clock face position you go back to, swing through so the club is vertical. And that's not a bad way of thinking about it there. So whether it's the quarter one, the half one, or he talks about 7:30, 9 o'clock, we go through so the club is vertical. Another simple thought could just be making sure, however far we go back, we go through longer. And what I'd encourage you to do in your practice swings is make your practice swing a little bit more extreme. Try, if it's something you struggle with, try and feel shorter back to longer through. Because however far you think you're going to swing, you're always going to go that little bit longer. So when golfers, including me, 40 yards, if I was flying at 40 yards, is a hip height swing, okay? So hip height is where my hand gets to. So I feel like my hand is at hip height here, but I know that when I get it on video, I always get that little bit longer, closer to left arm parallel. So although I'm thinking I'm here, I'm actually going to be here, and I'm sure you'll see that. I'm going to make my best effort at trying to feel shorter to longer. And even though this may not be as short as I want, make sure we finish into that longer position. If this is an area you struggle with, I definitely want you to get that sensation of a longer, fuller, rotated finish position. Let me go ahead and hit one. As I said, I've got 40 yards. It's quite a soft green at the minute, so I need to fly a good 35 or maybe more of those yards, but I'm going to go ahead with my practice swing and just get that sensation of shorter to longer and exaggerate that movement. Let's be positive and accelerate, not decelerate. So that flew exactly where I wanted actually. It's come up about 2 yards short. It landed and just stopped very, very quickly. Shallow divot occurring after or in contact with the ball going forwards, not behind the ball. To me, it felt here to here. In reality, I'm sure when I look back at this video, I'll have gone a little bit longer. I know I will have done. But if you are struggling with heavy shots, chunking your pitch shots, this is really something for you to feel. Shorter to longer, make sure there's acceleration. Whether you go for the Dave Peltz method of clock face positions, whether you're thinking of body height, whether you're just visually gauging the distance, I want you to encourage yourself in the practice swings to feel a little shorter than you would normally want to longer than you would normally go. So we're trying to do the opposite movement, okay? Happy with that first one. Let's see if I can finish on a high. One more. Similar shot. I'm going to feel shorter back, longer through. Again, good contact, landed in the same position. I would actually, I think to this flag, take something a little less loft or fly that ball that little bit further. I'm pitching the ball where I want. The green's quite soft, so it's stopping that little bit quicker. I could have just used a little less loft if I brought one out, that was. But what I got on both of those was I flew the ball where I perceived I needed to. It's only around 2-3 yards short of the flag there. It's just stopping very, very quickly. But I flew the ball most of the distance. I got ball turf strike, shallow divot, and it's happening after impact. And for me, the sensation was that shorter to longer to make sure we're accelerating, not doing the opposite that we see so often of, you know, you've gone too far and quit, stop, decelerate. Acceleration, positivity with these pitch shots is a real key point. If this video has helped, make sure you hit the thumbs up and do subscribe to my channel to never miss a video again, at least 2 instructional videos a week. Cheers guys, we'll see you soon.